Awards including Pro-Life Wisconsin, Friend of Life Award 1995, Legislator of the Year Award 2010, Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation, Friends of Agriculture Awards 1995 through 2007, and many, many others. He's been elected to the Assembly in December 1993 in a special election, then re-elected 1994 through 2002. Elected to the Wisconsin Senate in 2004. And has held many of the following positions: Assembly Majority Caucus Vice Chairperson, Senate Minority Caucus Chairperson 2007 through 2010, and Senate Assistant Majority Leader 2011 to present. I think you guys know this man. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Senator Glenn Grothman.
Thanks for being here. Well, we all know why we're here. And why we're here was described early on in the current presidency when Rahm Emanuel, top aide to Barack Obama, said, never allow a good crisis to go to waste. Yeah. Right? That's why we're here. And when he says never allow a good crisis to go to waste, for what end?
Get the Marxist thing going.
He wants never to let a good crisis to go to waste in the march towards an atheistic socialist state, right? And you know very well, when an administration, you could say that's their motto of their administration, never allow a good crisis to go to waste. You know very well what was going through their minds when they heard about the disaster in Sandy Hook, right? They said we can't let it go to waste. And that's why we're here today. Because we've got to make sure that the American people do not fall asleep or do not become uninformed or do not spend too much time watching MSNBC and CNN and NBC and think we have to fundamentally change our Constitution because of something that happened. Because there are people who want to fundamentally change our Constitution. Now I'm going to read a couple quotes just because we know them, but so you can back. I'll tell you this. In the 18 years I've had this job, I have seen a huge education in the public with regard to our Second Amendment rights. I sometimes speak to young groups, young schools, and when I ask them if they know what rights are guaranteed in the Bill of Rights, it always makes me feel good when the little 3rd or 4th graders, the first right they know is the right to bear arms, because it means you're doing a good job. I'll give you a couple quotes, and you've heard these before. James Madison, Americans have the right and advantage of being armed, unlike the citizens of other countries whose governments are afraid to trust the people with arms. Okay? Alexander Hamilton, the best we can hope for concerning the people at large are that they are properly armed. George Washington, firearms stand next in importance to the Constitution itself. They are the American people's liberty teeth and keystone under independence. From the hour the Pilgrims landed to the present day, events, occurrences, and tendencies prove that to ensure peace, security, and happiness, the rifle and pistol are equally indispensable. The very atmosphere of firearms everywhere restrains evil interference. That's George Washington. So that's what our forefathers thought, and even though the current president obviously has very little respect for the forefathers, that is what we have to keep educating our neighbors who don't understand the importance of the First Amendment. Now, last year the murder rate in the country. A lot of crime out there. Every night we hear about the crime. The murder rate in this country was the lowest it's been since 1964. So it seems a little strange with the murder rate lowest it's been since 1964 that we have a president who says it's time to rip up the Constitution and change things. But again, their motto, never let a good crisis go to waste, and they are going to look at every crisis they can to take away our freedom and change our way of life. So what do? We go home. We get these quotes, we tell our next door neighbors, we tell our children, we tell our grandchildren, and make sure we keep America free. Thank you for being here.